And they walk up to me and they're like, "Where's your name tag?" And I was like, "Oh, I left it at home." And they take their finger and they wag it like I was like a naughty dog that just ate through somebody's shoe. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
What
And
did you go nuts?
they fucking Budday walked away. I was like, "Huh." And I never saw that person again.
That makes it so much better.
Yeah. Woo. And we're back. We're back with some more Minecraft, and it's also nighttime.
Yeah, I don't know why I just like zoomed on over here to
It's
dig
fine.
in a hole when there's gonna be a bunch of monsters that want to lick my butthole.
Dead ass.
I gotta stop describing shit like that. I swear to God, I'm gonna get arrested from like the way that I speak sometimes.
I'm gonna get arrested.
I probably will.
Ugh.
I probably won't, but I could. I might, and the possibility is frightening in itself.
All right, but so you said you had one small thing to finish off that last story from the last episode, yeah?
Yes. So the same person who had done all of that stuff in the last episode, just the sheer buffoonery of this woman that just confuses me.
Yeah.
So, you may not rest. There are monsters nearby, huh?
Well, because are you sleeping in the villager house? Oh no, you're not.
Where the fuck is the monster? Is it a spider?
Probably.
Oh, there's a zombie like right there.
You got.
Oh, that's a drowned.
You got
Fine.
him.
You know what? Whatever. If I'm in the house, it don't matter. They can't get me if I'm in my house.
Yeah,
At least
but
I hope so.
I mean,
Yeah, no, but the last,
yeah, go ahead.
the last small thing that she did, like I said, after all the buffoonery that I just described to you, she had the balls, the audacity, and the gall, if you like, to give me shit about wearing a hoodie underneath my jacket at work.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, because, okay, this is the other thing I didn't say. She almost exclusively listens to Christian country music.
Oh no.
There's like a little bit of like pop music dabbled in there, but it's mostly like Christian country music. And I don't want to listen to that for 8 hours, so like I'll bring my earbuds with me.
All.
Yeah. So I'll bring like one of my earbuds with me and just kind of pop it in while I'm working. I have it low enough that I can still hear anybody if they need to talk to me. And
Right.
I, like, just cover it up with my hair so I don't get in trouble or nothing like that. And it's fine. Like, it's not really like a distraction or anything. But it fell out of my ear when I was working, and it just like slipped underneath one of the counters.
Oh.
So I was digging around for it, and she's like, "Do you need it that badly?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do actually. That shit was $80."
And also, I don't want to listen to your shitty ass white people music.
I don't want to listen to your shitty music. And she was like, "Oh, so you're listening to music just like how you're not supposed," which is something that you're not supposed to do, just like how you're not supposed to be wearing a hoodie underneath your sweatshirt. And I was like,
dude, I would have fucking decked her across the face if she said that shit to me. I mean, I wouldn't, but
it wasn't exactly that, but it was pretty much the same thing. It's like, can you not be the way that you are for like 2 seconds? You have no room to tell me how to do my job because factually, I'm better than you.
Dead ass, though.
I don't know how to tell you this. I'm better at this job than you in almost every way. You cannot look at me, put food on the ground. Like, you can't put food on the ground, like, fucking have shit falling on people's head, leaving expired shit in the coolers, and tell me
the shit you've done and tell me that you're better at this job than I am.
And give me shit for wearing a hoodie underneath the jacket that I'm wearing at work, so I'm warm.
Is that even an issue? Like,
no one said anything about it to me.
But I
Like
mean,
if
like
my man,
in the like rules with like 50 quotation marks, where it's like technically you're not supposed to do it, but literally no one gives a shit.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I hate those fucking people.
And I was like, dog, and she was like, I didn't say anything because I don't really care. And I'm like, the fact that you brought it up tells me that you care. Legitimately,
Like
like
literally, it is the easiest thing to have just kept your mouth fucking shut. But you chose not to do that.
and you chose to open your fucking mouth, and now I hate you. Like, I'm sure she's a good person deep down, but everything that she said to me, I don't have a single reason to like her.
Yeah, me neither. And I ain't
Like,
even
I
there for
mean,
this situation.
like outwardly, she's not like a bitch, and she's not like unfriendly or cold or anything. And I feel like that would almost make it better because I would have like a justified reason to hate her more if she was like that. But
Yeah.
she's like trying to be friendly, but she'll also do and say shit like that to me, where it's like I don't know like what she's trying to get at exactly, and I don't want to like be over dramatic and say like, oh, she's trying to be a shithead and like make me feel like I'm bad at my job, because I don't think that's what she's trying to do, but I think she's being passive aggressive to some capacity.
Yeah, I think it's just because she can't handle the fact that she like. How old is she?
This is the same person that like I can't tell if she's in her 30s or in her like her 60s, but
I'm. Go ahead.
she has children. I know that for sure. And she doesn't have teeth. Like she wears dentures. So I'm gonna lean on the side that she's older.
Yeah. So I'm also going to assume that she's 60. I'm assuming the reason she's passive aggressive is that she's 60 and still works at a fucking grocery store. Like I'm pretty sure her life is just terrible.
She's also pulling like 3 jobs, I think. Which sucks that she has to do that.
Yeah.
But
Also in the same breath, bitch, you had 60 years to get your bread. Come on now.
you had 60 years to get your bread together. If
I
you're
know
doing
everybody's
this,
situation is different, but like
mm-hmm.
I'm being
That was
funny, so shut up.
the thing that made me feel good about myself though is like in the same conversation where my manager was telling me like all this stuff that Michelle had done like incorrectly. She was telling me like that Michelle was kvetching that she didn't have enough hours, or that she like it's like, oh, the seasonal people are taking away all my hours, I need those. And it's like they're in 2 separate pools.
Yeah.
Like the hours that you get and the hours that I get are totally different. Like I worked like close to 30 hours on like the first 2 weeks that I was back, and she wasn't really there that much.
Yeah.
But I've worked here for like 3 years. You worked here for 1. I'm good at my job. People have told me that before. I get fucked. Get fucked.
Literally get fucked.
Yeah. That's it. That's the story.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, because you said she's, like, relatively a new hire, right?
I mean, she's worked here for like since 2022, I think was on her name badge. And she said that she worked there like on and off. So like she would like leave and then come back, I guess. So I'm gonna assume that she's got like I'm gonna say like 9 months worth of experience underneath her belt. Like I think that's fair.
Yeah. Because I
To
was gonna
assume that
say, if she's a new hire and she's giving you that much shit, like, literally, she's acting like that one guy from fucking Agretsuko who's, like, who just gets hired, and he's, like, the biggest dickhead because, like, he's trying to make sure he doesn't get fired.
Mm-hmm.
But in doing so, he's just being an asshole to, like, the main character who doesn't deserve any hatred at all.
If you just mind your own fucking business and ask questions, you will be fine. Like, just don't assume that you know more than everyone else. Because
Yeah.
you don't. You never do. Like I was saying earlier, like, I don't just. If you do something differently from the way that I do it, as long as you get the job done, I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not assuming that like the way that I do it is the best way, you know? Like there's probably more efficient ways to do shit that I don't know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always more to know and always more to do and just being like, yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do like the laziest thing fucking possible. Like if you don't give a shit, then that's fine, but just be honest about it and stop pretending like you're such a hard worker and like you're here so much. Like ugh.
Like, you being here is actively helping the store. Like, it's not like you left the fucking place all smelly and dirty.
Yeah, it was gross, dude. Like I don't think anybody washes the fucking mats. Like it's not a daily thing anymore.
It really should
Like
be.
it used to be like the past like two groups of people that I worked with, it was a normal thing. And it's like we have a person that works on like a second shift now. Like she's a teacher and she comes in to work for like 4 hours just to get like some extra cash.
Right, yeah.
Yo. And I mean like that I guess that's like a part of the reason why people don't like wash the mats because that's stuff that you do when you close.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, better safe than sorry. Like, I don't know the days that she's working. I would rather do it and have her like be like, "Bruh, who cleaned the mats already?" and take them down and just clean them again, rather than not cleaning them at all.
Yeah. I'm so
It's
very glad that grocery store I worked at, I have very little negative experiences. Actually, I don't think I've told those stories on the channel, but finish up with what you're saying, please.
like overall, my experience at this job is good. Like, I don't like when I talk about it like this, it does sound like extremely negative, but I genuinely enjoy my job. You know,
A
I
lot better
like
than
it.
not having a job.
Yeah. Like I like the work that I do, and the other two people that I work with are pretty cool. So it's not an issue. It's not like I hate it and like I'm crying myself to sleep every night because I hate my job so much. It's just one fucking person, and that's like the only notable stories I have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. My stories, they're a lot shorter, but
mhm.
I will say they're probably just as like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
it is
someone did
baffling.
that? Yeah, so when I worked there, like I said, I worked at as a bagger. So
Mhm.
very different I don't know, very different type of people who work there.
You working at the front of the store, I'm working in the back of the store. Anybody who has worked in customer service and or retail knows that those are two different breeds of people.
Yeah. And despite the fact that everybody hates it, I enjoyed that job. I was very sad that they fired me, and so was everybody else that fired me, because they were like, literally, you're the only person who does shit around here. Like, you're literally the most helpful person we have, but we have to fire you because of some stupid bullshit. I
You
was
know,
like,
some
I
stupid
get it,
bullshit.
but so when I was working there, there was this one guy who was like an assistant manager, and he was a hard ass.
Mhm.
Like, he made sure everything was running like tip top, like perfect. He was making sure that the baggers and the fucking cashiers weren't talking too long. He was making sure that nobody was drinking anything other than water for some fucking reason, even though I worked morning shift a lot. But apparently you still can't have like at least like coffee in like a water bottle. No, you had to be drinking water.
No, man, no fun around here.
No, man,
You get water and you like
you
it.
gotta be eepy. You gotta be eepy.
Yeah, you gotta show up to work and like just feel like dick and balls. You gotta feel like shit every single day.
Dead ass,
Woohoo!
dead ass. Um, and I will say he's not a terrible guy. I don't want to give the illusion that he's a bad person. He just really cares about his job, and obviously he wasn't like who I was describing earlier, where he's like being a hard ass because he just got the job. He was well known in our circle of people, and he had worked there for a while. And like I said, he's not a terrible person. In fact, just to preface how much of a terrible person he isn't, so I worked at that place during high school, right?
Mhm.
And during senior year, well, before senior year, we had sadly lost a kid to suicide, which is very sad. Um, but later on that same year, we also lost another kid to a drug overdose. And I went into work one day, like after the news dropped, and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, not great. A person in my school died." And he was like, "Yeah, I heard about that. Do you want to talk about it?" I was like, "No, I'm okay. Like, I've moved past it. I didn't really know her, so I'm not like grieving or anything like that." But he was like, "Well, if you need anyone to talk to, you can talk to me," which I thought, which is cool. I'm very glad
It's a
he
nice
went
gesture.
out of the way to do that.
Mhm.
But there was one time where, so like I said, I worked morning shift a lot. I was usually back and forth between morning and night shift, and obviously because it's morning shift, I was fucking tired. Like I already
Mhm.
have insomnia. It's already really hard for me to fall asleep. So I get really tired in the morning. And so like I'm just chilling there. I got nothing to do. There's nobody coming up to the cash register, and in fact, I don't think there was a cashier at the cash register I was at. I think they were in the bathroom at the time.
Mhm.
But so I and I had done the basic thing of making sure that everything's in check. I'm making sure that all the little toys and candies on the side are organized. All that shit.
Mhm.
Um, and obviously because no one's used the fucking lane, of course it's not dirty, so it's like there'd be no point in cleaning it. And
Mhm.
so I'm just chilling there and I'm leaning on my lane, which I guess like they are like, "Oh, you're not supposed to lean on the lane. It could break it or you look like a lazy asshole." But I was leaning on it anyway cuz nobody gives a shit. And I just feel someone grab me on my shoulders and shake me, and I hear him, he's like, "Come on, dude, wake up." And I was like, "Dude, you cannot do that." Like, if I was a girl, you would already be, like, out of a job. Like, you cannot do that
Yeah,
to people. Like, I'm not gonna do shit because I don't fucking care. But, like,
that's not cool.
you can't do that. Like, you just
That's
can't.
not cool.
But, that's the story.
That's the story. That's the bit.
um, other than that, like, oh, wait, no. I remember there was another person. I love this story. So,
Is this the?
yeah. So, another thing that was very routine is very often we would have people who were trainees come in and sort of look at what it's like to be working at my area. Very very normal, very routine. I actually got to train some people, and I'm still friends with one of the people I trained actually to this day. Um, and there was one time where I was just doing my job and there were new trainees coming in and they were just looking over at us because I think the person their trainer had went to the bathroom or something, and
Mhm.
so they were just chilling and I'm just doing my
Oh.
job, and I had forgotten my name tag that day because I'm a stupid
Mhm.
idiot and it was like morning shift, so I was super tired. And one of them comes over, and I shit you not, this person looks almost exactly like the fucking Budday, which, if you don't know, the Budday was this really creepy TikToker who would, like, duet, like, super weird shit to, like, minors on TikTok. And, like, it came out...
Minors.
Minors! But it came out that he had been talking to his underage fans. In fact, there's a specific clip that I will now put in the video purely just to gross everybody out, just so everybody knows who I'm talking about. So this person looks exactly like that guy, right? I don't even know if it was a girl or a guy, but like they were bald, they were fucking like they were clearly above the age of like 40.
Yeah.
And they walk up to me and they're like, "Where's your name tag?" And I was like, "Oh, I left it at home." And they take their finger and they wag it like I was like a naughty dog that just ate through somebody's shoe. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
What
And
did you go nuts?
they fucking Budday walked away. I was like, "Huh." And I never saw that person again.
That makes it so much better.
I never saw them again. I don't know if they got hired. I don't know if they quit. I don't know if they went to a different area. I just never saw them again. But that little interaction will forever haunt me. And it's so funny.
Weird.
It's super weird, but it's also really funny.
I was like, oh look, it's the bidet. He's trying to
put some moves on me.
Yeah, he's trying to pull the schmooves on you, dude. You dodged a bullet.
Also, it's sleepy time in Minecraft. God damn
Fuck!
it, what do you mean there's monsters nearby? Come at me, you fat fucking bastards!
Come at me, you fucking troglodytes!
I'd say the only other bad experience at my work is there was one guy who was like just this asshole. He was like this angry old man who fucking stickler about everything. He didn't work there, he was a customer. So obviously at our grocery store we got motorized carts for fucking elderly people, people with disabilities, and fat people who don't feel like walking. Like fucking Nikocado avocado type shit, you know. And there was this guy, and I don't really remember what he said to me, but he was like, "Hey," I was like, "What's up? What do you need help with?" And he was like, "Why are there these yellow tags on these carts?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "There are yellow tags on these carts. Like, I don't know what that means." And I look over and like, yeah, I see yellow tags. I was like, "Huh, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. You can ask her over there." And I point to my manager. I was like, "You can ask her. She'll probably have the answer." And he was like, "You work here. You should know the answer to that." I was like, "I'm sorry. I just don't." And he was like, "Fine." And he like walks over to my fucking manager or whatever. And then a couple minutes pass. I'm like, huh, that was an experience. Like obviously I didn't fucking care. I wasn't worried. Like, oh, he's gonna have my job. He's gonna get me fired. Like, obviously I don't give a fuck. Like, even if like he did try to get me fired, he didn't. But even if he did, like they wouldn't have fired me.
Yeah.
They would not have. But so like a couple minutes pass, and another one of my managers comes up and she's like, "Hey, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I be?" And she's like, "Well, I saw that one guy come up to you." I was like, "Who, that guy?" She was like, "Yeah, he comes around often. He usually gets people like you in trouble, or he tries to get people like you in trouble. Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. I just didn't know why he was so upset over some fucking yellow tags, like an asshole." God, I missed that job. It was a good time.
Hey, JJ.
Mm.
You know, it'd be a good idea.
I don't think I could be like, "Hey, can I have my job back?"
Oh, I mean, but like, just like based on like the conditions that you were fired and it wasn't really your fault, I feel like you might have a good chance of getting a job back there.
Maybe.
Or, you know, like just getting like a part-time job at like a gas station or something.
Maybe.
Make that moolah, baby.
Wait, why did I come in here? Oh. You know what? I don't have a good segue. It's the end of the episode.
Oh.
Whose turn is it to do forehead kisses? I don't remember.
I think it might be mine.
Okay, you can go ahead then.
Actually, no, I think it might be yours.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone line up. A little bit of a there we go.
Oh, you spreading the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bye.
Bye.
The way I said bye, it sounded like I was fucking Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, I love Trailer Park Boys.
God
What a
damn
good
it,
show.
Ricky. I just want to take care of my cats. I fucking love that show.